Bryan Habana, Springboks great, says he would have taken the knee as a player if he had the opportunity. Male and female rugby players at club and international level chose to take a knee in support of the Black Lives Matter movement over the past 18 months, but the gesture has not been adopted unanimously by teams and players across the sport. Earlier this year, head coach Rassie Erasmus said his side was focused on supporting South Africa Rugby's own anti-racism and anti-discrimination program, RADAR, rather than taking a knee before games. That he added, all players in that squad have had various statements throughout the course of the last year and a half, and in so doing, hopefully show that rugby is definitely against racism. Asked if he would have taken the knee as a player, Habana said, "I think I would, if we were asked to do it or if there was an opportunity to do it. We saw with the Autumn Nations Cup last year held in the UK that there was a number of players that would do it, and I would have most certainly done if given the opportunity."
The act of taking a knee, which was popularized by former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick in 2016 as a protest against racial injustice and police brutality, has proved a divisive subject when it comes to sport in South Africa. Last year, South African players for English Premiership side Sale Sharks were the attention of public scrutiny for not taking the knee. Like their teammates, they wore t-shirts with the words "Rugby Against Racism" ahead of games. Then last month, South African cricketer Quinton de Kock apologized for refusing to take the knee at the T20 Cricket World Cup and insisted he is not a racist. Cricket South Africa had previously ordered all players to take a knee before game at the tournament, but wicketkeeper de Kock made the personal decision not to. Read how the All Blacks handle huge public expectation. Rugby is a true dream. The Springboks Rugby World Cup triumph 2 years ago signaled a landmark moment in South Africa's sporting and social history, with Siya Kolisi, the team's first black captain, lifting the Webb Ellis Trophy. Habana, who scored a joint record 15 World Cup tries during his career, has lauded today's Springboks side as being truly representative of South Africa. Having our captain being the first black African to not only captain and then win a World Cup, to have the likes of Makazole Mapimpi and Cheslin Kolbe become the first players to score a try in a Rugby World Cup final for South Africa, and really have tangible stories that relate to 60% of our population that can actually now see rugby as a true dream, I think is extremely special, he said. Since the World Cup, the Springboks have continued to play with power and precision under Erasmus' guidance and recently returned to the top of World Rugby's rankings ahead of New Zealand following victories against Scotland and Wales. Habana, who retired from rugby in 2018, has no qualms about the way the current South African side plays. As a previous player and someone that knows that winning can make or break your career, I think when you play towards your strengths, when you play towards things that make you better and make you win, it's really important to understand potentially where the criticism comes from, said Habana, speaking as a Land Rover ambassador during the release of the nominations for the World Rugby Awards. He added, "What we have seen over the course of the last few years, it is extremely effective and successful. I know that the boys will be more concerned about winning than potentially about the style of play. The longer they win for, I think the more enjoyable they will be post the game." Mouth-watering World Cup final repeat. And for added intrigue, Erasmus was banned from rugby for 2 months this week after being found guilty of threatening match officials during this year's British and Irish Lions tour. He has also been banned from all match day activities until September next year and warned about his future conduct. South Africa Rugby has been fined $27,000 over the incident, which saw Erasmus release an hour-long video criticizing the performance of match official Nick Berry. Heading into Saturday's game, England is undefeated since March and recorded its 8th consecutive victory against Australia last week, while South Africa is looking to complete a clean sweep in this month's autumn internationals. "I think, in this England side, they are brimming with confidence," said Habana. If one looks at what happened last weekend against Australia, South Africa will have to be extremely wary in all facets of play if they want to try to replicate what happened in 2019. It's going to make for an absolutely mouth-watering clash. I know many are touting this as the potential final of the Autumn International Series. Hopefully, it lives up that tag.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.